there in bike land. Got a few things to try to accomplish today before I have to work. It's this little engine that's been sitting in front of me here for a while. Well, we've got a few on the bench, and but this one specifically, I back together last night. My buddy, my riding partner Billy, Captain America, and Billy the Kid. His engine's failed. I don't know if he lost. He said he lost a ring or something, but in between jobs right now. So I'm trying to piece this thing together for him and get him back on the road. He's on his way here, so we'll be tinkering around with that a little bit as we go along. Also, I wanted to share some information with you guys. Some comments that I've seen out there, videos that I've seen out there. Not knocking anybody. Just want to give my general opinion on it. And you can take it with a grain of salt, or you can tell me I'm in left field, or outcome may be for you. Being said, I don't even think we're going to put one on there. We're going to have to run this thing naked. Give them a little more compression. Okay. So, yeah. Again. Before we even get into any of that, as the title of this video, or part of this video, may lead you to understand, DNS two-stroke was having some problems getting his motor up and running, said it was running poorly, and found out that it was something to do with one of his bearings was sucked in or something. You can see on this one here, possibly, there's a tiny little bit of draw in the shield, kind of like a dent. Anyway, so yeah, I do understand that problem. But that was not the main journal bearing. I want to pull this out. We're not going to assemble it or anything. I just kind of want to do a general mock-up and explain kind of what I'm trying to convey. So, obviously, this is another PK80. Don't take any of this as like, I don't know what we're doing and we're some kind of bad mechanics or something. But I will end up trying to just put this together real quick, just set it on there just so you guys can see what I'm talking about a little bit further. Moving, I want to make sure we're back on there. I had a little alarm go off on my phone. Sorry about that. All right. So first thing I want to do before we get into that is give a shout out to my bikes. No, my bike obviously is pretty proficient at what he does, and obviously has a good working knowledge of building and maintaining things. He had posted something. What do you call those? I don't know. The little chat thing on, not a video, but just a splurge or whatever, about the newer gas bike frames that Bike Berry's offering now, or maybe a couple other people are offering, kind of have a square, elongated bottom, and was saying the possibility of putting a 212 on. I know some guys have been able to fit the 212 into frames. I'm not exactly sure how. This is a 79 cc. It's on the gas bike. Torque converter that's here. This is the only thing that they're selling for the having to take this apart somehow and clean off and have this all cut off and somehow have the same size as a United States government thing or a Chinese loss of product thing, because they work these once these things are going, they run. And not that you can't kill them, but you take the governor out. I've done that. This thing wants to go miles an hour, probably. Without that torque converter, I've been looking for one for 6 months. It's kind of a waste of time. So he was saying the possibility of putting a 212 onto the frames. Whether or not it even fit, I don't know, but I just wanted to bring that to attention. If you guys have any information on where to get torque converters that are similar or the actual death row torque converter, please do leave me a message in the comments. That would help me out immensely and possibly other people as well. So, yeah, let's get to it here. DNS had asked me the other day how the timing on a single piece jug for the YD100. It's a little complicated, not too bad. You have to have well, you need a degree wheel if you want to know the numbers. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm misspeaking. He was asking me about the squish gap. So let's just say that this is on here. Put this guy on if we can. Okay, that's your setup. So get the tools of the trade, the handy dandy. So what I found works, and there's a couple ways you could do this. You're gonna have to take, this is what you need, Play-Doh. And either you have to take, well, if you were to take this off, the jug off, imagine you have a piston here and you're trying to put your piston back in and you got it set, the jug's way up. If you were to take a little piece and put it on top, or the thing, if you have this on, and you can get it through your spark plug hole, make like a little slime slinky worm, and then feed some Play-Doh down in there. You've got to have your piston at bottom dead center is what I'm trying to say, though. Well, not, but at least mostly down. Okay, so what you want to do is just torque down where it's supposed to be. Might be your easiest way. So you're going to have your piston at the bottom dead center. You're going to put a good amount, even maybe more than you need, but a nice long thread, a couple inches long, and get it through your spark plug hole, and you're going to have that in there. All right. So the next thing you're going to do is you want to turn your engine over, turn your crank around. Once you've run the journal a couple of times, it's going to come all the way up, and it's going to press on top of the dome of the jug, your cylinder. Once that's all the way up, and you can feel that it's all the way up, you've used a wrench or whatever it is, or somehow you know it's at the top. You can look in there as well, or you can see it's right where it's supposed to be. You can use a feeler gauge. If you don't have anything else, maybe just a thinner Allen key. A lot of guys maybe will choose to use the backside of their vernier caliper. So you can use that as a marker for your actual depth. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to remove the bolt and pull the jug, and then on top of your piston, when you've done that, you're going to have a little tiny squish ball of the Play-Doh left over, and it's going to be the exact space, the exact dimension, the exact height away from the top of your cylinder head. So that's going to give you, you can measure that, I guess you could use a really soft lead I found this to be the easiest way to use when you're doing a single piece jug. Just for whatever reason, um, you know, but there is kind of like a soft core lead solder wire. I probably have on the bench or out back in the junk pile or something. But you can take a piece of that off and you can use that as well. So that's how you go about getting the amount of squish that you have at the top of your one-piece cylinder. All right, so hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to explain there. Might not have been the best visual presentation, but that's basically nuts, in a ball of wax. How do you find your squish in a single piece jug? Because you can't take the head off to measure it, right? So easy peasy. Got here a little. This is LD80. This is the cylinder. We poured it out the other day. Got a I think this magneto works. Probably what we'll do is we'll put it on and then we'll just hit it with the drill real quick. See if we can get a positive charge. We'll check it with the voltage meter. We don't want to send him off on his way and he gets home and then he doesn't have a working unit. So if everything's working on this and it still won't start, then all he needs is a new CDI. That's pretty self-explanatory. All right. So yeah, let me get some bolts here. Nut screws. Whatever we're gonna call these damn things. If this is long enough to get there or not. Nope. No, I have them around here somewhere. And 1, 2, 3. There's maybe 3 of them. And magic number 4, even though it's a different one. So I can get that on for him in the meantime. But, yeah. I'm going to start working on this. Hopefully a couple of guys might jump into the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of bad information out there, guys. I just want you to be really wary. If you ever have any questions, I've definitely given my email out. I've given my phone number out. I'd be happy to do it again. Check my videos. There's stuff on wiring. There's stuff on building engines. There's stuff on clutch. Anything really that you should need covered is in there as far as I can tell. Maybe there's other stuff, but we can always do a video for you. Also, check out cat carb tuning, porting information. If you don't know who Brian Amos is, got a really great channel, wealth of knowledge over there. Wouldn't steer you wrong. Factual stuff, good information, and yeah. Also, Kevin's shop. If you got Kevin's been on there a long time. He's got a lot of older videos on there where he's assembling, disassembling, porting, doing things, timing, numbers, you name it. So there's a couple of good guys for there right there. If you don't find what you need in my playlist, make sure you do go in and check one of them out. But anyway, yeah, let's get going here. Just gonna put this down. Do a little magic. Okay. Hopefully this isn't a waste of time. I had so many of these things laying around, I can't remember which ones are good and bad. I started cleaning my drawer out once. I remember what once it was, but... Okay, when you're installing these, just so you know, there's only one way you can put it in. So you have a high rise on your coil wrap. On the other side of your magneto, it's flat. Don't worry about which way this goes on. Pretty self-explanatory. Some idiots out there trying to tell me about VM carb spacers and I'm putting them on wrong or something. That's why they broke. Yeah, I put it on upside down and backwards, and it was supposed to go on the left, and I put it on the right, so it was all foobarred. Just a bad mechanic. Don Butler, he's another one. Not to drop names or anything, but he's got all these videos that are made for kids. You can't comment on anything. Talks like a complete moron on there. He's telling people about Minarelli cases. He says the piston doesn't fit. You gotta hone the cylinder. Well, the first thing he does is try to put the piston in the top of the jug, or it's going to be as tight as it is. Try to put the piston in the top of the jug, or it's going to be as tight as it is. You can get it up through the bottom easily. The guy doesn't even understand the workings of what he's talking about. Then it's got a molybdenum coating on it that helps the ring seat. And he's telling people just hone the cylinder up before you even do anything with it because the piston's too tight in there. Guy's an absolute fruitcake. If you do that, then you're going to destroy what little bit of protection you had to help the engine in the first place, is what the manufacturers put there so it runs properly. I'm leaving it at that. Some people just don't have a clue at all and hate to see somebody's engine be ruined or their only transportation be destroyed because they took bad advice somewhere, and it's frustrating. You want to help people and do the best you can, for other guys in this hobby. It's supposed to be like a family and everybody sticks together. We all got that screwed up person in our own family. It's not like it's too hard to overlook. You just deal with it as it is. But anyway, let's get the drill on here real quick. Try to turn this over. I don't have a head on this thing yet, so I have to try to maybe put a bolt on here real quick. Oh. Put a bolt on, a positive stop, just to keep it from moving. So I don't have to hold two things. See if this is gonna go. Oh. No, that's not it. This must be okay. That's why I gotta get more drawers and start labeling stuff and organizing things so I don't have to spend the time searching for stuff like this. What do we got here? Oh, that's Kiss. I hate using these acorn nuts. Actually, that's going on the same way. Man, I just gotta tighten this down more. Maybe it's the bolt itself. I'm gonna strip it out and ruin it on them. Let me see what we can do here real quick. Alright, that'll keep my cylinder from jumping up, and I can just turn this over instead of holding that in place. Make sure this is going the right way. Okay, just put a little bit of spark in there. Read here. You want a black wire and a red wire. Nope. Okay, this says, I'll show you guys so you can see. Real low. That should be up quite a bit higher. So this unit might be trashed. I'll try to put another one on. I have one here. Let's see. I may not have another one. Oh, this one's, what was wrong with this one? Oh, it's got broken wires and melted wires. That's got to be refigured. Let's see. This may be a problem. I may have to tell him he's going to have to use his own. Oh, boy. Well, let's go do some searching out back. See what we got in the spare parts, junk parts. See if we got one in here. This may work. Oh, this may work. Yeah. Hard telling, not knowing. Have to clean that all off, wipe it up. So, anyway. Well, hey guys, I'm going to continue on this with two hands so I can get this done a little faster. I was going to keep you on here. We were going to search for some jets, and we are going to try to rejet the carb on the mini Babylon too. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope this information has helped someone. And we'll try to be back on here soon so you can see us again. And we can have some fun and swap stories and everything else. But also, if you guys haven't found Jared D's channel yet, make sure you check out his podcast on Tuesday night. They are lots of fun. And yeah, you can meet a lot of guys in the community there as well. So give us the thumbs up. And until next time, be well, harm none, and Godspeed.